What is going on, everybody? FA Nation and those just joining us here for the very first Week 1 2019 live stream. Oh, look at that. I got to mute everything. I got stuff happening here. What's going on, everybody? Howard Bender, Jen Piacenti, and it is time, man. Week 1, it's going on. Jen, are you psyched? Are you happy? I mean, so listen, psyched. I see you're on location right now in Dallas. Get ready for your Cowboys.
I had to come out and cheer on Zeke. I mean, you know, he's hosting the party, clearly, because he can afford it. I mean.
So you're psyched. You're happy.
I'm psyched. He wouldn't be. Come on, we locked him up.
Somebody should lock him up.
You know what?
I do like the fact that Jerry Jones does have clauses in this contract right now talking about behavioral stuff. So
yeah,
that actually works for me.
All right. And as I think we'll probably get into later, behavioral clauses seem to be important.
Right? I mean, folks, we're live right now, YouTube, Periscope, Facebook here. We're going to answer your questions. We'll get to them. So just be patient with us. But there is a lot of stuff going on right now in the news here. I mean, do we start off with Antonio Brown? What kind of an idiot is this dude?
I don't know. But you know what? I'm starting to find him actually sort of funny. So, I mean, he freezes his feet. Right. He complains about his helmet. And then today he tells his boss he's going to punch him in the face, then turns around and punts a football. He's like the most ridiculous human of all time. I mean, it's comical. Well, he's not actually violent. He's not actually, it's just, I don't know. It's hilarious.
Does he even want to play? I mean, I think that's really what it comes down to. Does he really want to play?
Maybe not. Maybe he just wants to collect his paycheck.
Any shares of him?
I have one share of him.
And how are you feeling about that right now?
I do. Okay, because I also picked up Tyrell.
Oh, handcuff? Look at you.
Yeah.
Look at you.
You know, I'm proud. I thought ahead. I was like, you know what? I want to take the gamble on Antonio because he's a great player. But it got to the later rounds, and I was looking. I thought, let's not be a blonde. I have blonde moments a lot, you guys. So it's gonna happen. I'm gonna call a blonde moment.
Well, what a nightmare, really, for fantasy owners. I mean, I can't imagine anything worse than sitting here on the. We're an hour away from first kickoff of the NFL season, and Antonio Brown, he's pulling this nonsense. Odell Beckham talking about a hip. Julio Jones says that he's dealing with a bunch of foot soreness again. He wants to play, but now all of a sudden there's question marks about that. Stephon Diggs dealing with a hamstring issue.
Hamstring. Yeah.
What are we doing?
What are you going to do? But you know what? I think we know this is going to happen. Every year we know something's going to happen, and that's why you just got to be reading the injury reports and figuring out what you're going to do.
You're really like a roll with the punches type guy. Did you pop a Quaalude before this?
Do you remember on our last episode how I said I was going to go to an auction and I was going to be like really measured and divide up all my money? Do you know what I did at that auction last night?
Did you make it rain?
Oh, I made it rain. And I was like, I officially lied to everyone because when I got in the moment, I decided it was time to roll the punches. And Rick and Glenn took Zeke and Saquon off the board right away for 60-something bucks. So I had to make it rain. I did it.
So let me hear it. Who you got?
Happy. I had Kamara
nice.
For like 60, a lot, like $62. Got Julio Jones for 45.
All right.
So let's hope his foot hangs in there. I got Chris Carson for 30. And then all of these, it was really good because I'm telling you, let's see, who went after him? People like Sonny Michel were going for like 38. Really? Because what happened is, when you're up front and if you get a few of those good buys up front, then in the middle, people start panicking because they don't have anybody and they just start overspending for the people, because they're like, oh no, I don't have a running back. And they start overspending. So they don't have to go down to the next tier. Anyway, it was a blast. So I just want to tell everyone what I told you last week, I didn't do.
Well, that's okay. I'm fine. Listen, I'm fine with that. And when you see people start, when you see like Rick and Glenn going Saquon and Zeke for $60 each,
what are you gonna do?
You have to make that move. You have to start getting more aggressive there. You definitely do. without a doubt. All right, so before we start talking more news and stuff like that, we're going to be dealing with a ton of questions here as the season rolls on. So, guys, again, Facebook, Periscope, YouTube, you want to start throwing some questions down our way, we'll be able to help you. And let's kick it off right now. Are you ready, Jen?
Let's do it.
All right. Austin Rivera says pick 3, PPR League, Matt Breida, Austin Eckler, Philip Lindsay, and Aaron Jones. Who are you leaving out?
Ooh, I think I'm going to go ahead and leave out Matt Breida, even though I do like him. I think he's the low man on totem pole. What do you think, Howard?
Listen, I agree with you. I think the Bears D is going to be rock solid tonight, at least the defensive line. But Green Bay is going to have to run the ball. They're going to have to give Aaron Jones the rock a bunch of times here. And I agree with you. Breida sitting there playing that back seat to Tevin Coleman. I don't care what it says on the depth chart. Screw the depth chart.
I know. Right? That's what I think too. And to be honest, Coleman's going to get more of the passing work. So his work's going to be more valuable anyway. So we're talking about a PPR. That's why I would put Breida at the bottom.
And I'm with you there. And listen, the bottom line is that Kyle Shanahan went out and got Tevin Coleman, whom he had in it.
We froze.
Did you lose me? Oh, you lost me for a second, huh? What happened? Okay. Jen, are you there? Can you hear me? I don't think we hear Jen. Oh, what's going on with this here, guys? All right. Well, Matt, am I broadcasting here? What's up? All right. Well, then there you go.
Are you guys there? I'm sorry. I don't know what happened.
There we go. I think we got Jen now. Right. Week 1, technical difficulties. Here we go.
I don't know, guys. We're plugged in.
Unbelievable. All right. So Chad St. Arnold wants to know FanDuel single game lineup here. He wants 5 good options. So he's got Rodgers as his MVP, Trubisky, Montgomery, Marquez Valdez-Scantling, and Anthony Miller. So I mean, listen, I don't like playing the showdown slates, and I'm not really a big fan of that. But let me ask you, Jen. Let's talk about tonight's game here. Do you have expectations?
Do I have expectations? Well, I mean, we know Devontae Adams is still going to be great. I don't think there's any reason to not think he won't be great. I think Aaron Rodgers will probably still be great as well. Like his history with the Bears he's 16-5 all time against Chicago. He's thrown 45 touchdowns with only 10 interceptions. That game last year was ridiculous. He hobbled back on the field and came back and they won. So I think both Rodgers and Adams are going to be great. I think MVS might be good tonight. I think maybe we've over-exaggerated this Bears defense a little bit. I think he's going to be fine. Aaron Jones is the one I'm most worried about because that Chicago Bears defense against the run game is pretty good.
It's pretty good.
Yeah,
it's pretty
good. So he's the one I'm most worried about.
All right. Well, listen. I think that there are definite concerns or cause for concerns in a number of different places here with tonight's game. Ryan Hallam did a fantastic job with the game previews. Guys, if you haven't checked those out over at fantasyalarm.com. Jen, we're still having some. There we go.
Really?
Oh, I think we had some camera stuff going on here. Maybe we don't have camera stuff. Rocky, to say the least, baby. Look at this. Anyway, let me talk about the. Let me give you my thoughts here, at least on the game flow. And you said it best here with your questions about the Chicago defense. Vic Fangio, former defensive coordinator, he gets that job in Denver. Absolutely love the fact that he's got his job in Denver, and congratulations to him. But you're moving Chuck Pagano over here, and he's taking over this defense. He's got similar personnel. He did lose Callahan as far as his slot corner goes. They changed over to Buster Screen. That's not good. Defensive line, the linebackers, that all kind of works for me. with the Bears. I just don't think that the Bears are going to be as dominant a defense as they were last year. And so when I look at certain matchups here, Geronimo Allison going up against Buster Screen in the slot. I love Allison there. I don't mind the Devontae Adams and MVS on the outside, and I would consider using both, either one of those guys in that showdown slate and do it that way. On the Bears side, listen, I like Allen Robinson. I like David Montgomery. I would even use Mitch Trubisky. The problem with the showdown slate is that there's so many different combinations that you can use, that you want to use, that you try to use, that it's like next to impossible.
The one thing you don't want to use is a Chicago kicker. That's the only thing you definitely shouldn't use. Sorry.
That poor guy. His mom might be watching here, Jen, and now you're going to say mean things.
She might. That's true. That's true.
All right, we're gonna pause for 2 seconds here. We'll be right back. We're gonna try and get Jen's camera operational here. So take a quick time out. Back in 5 seconds. All right, looks like we are back. Whew. Unbelievable, right? All right. Jen, how are you?
I'm good. You know what? I just have to give a shout out to my brother because he asked me to. So Dakota, his wife is in the hospital right now, and I'm about to become an aunt for the first time. So I can't believe you're going to be a dad. And hi. Okay. Just had to do that.
Boy or girl? Do we know?
Girl.
Name?
I don't have a name yet.
Baby Jane Doe.
Baby Jane Doe.
All
but I'll get to be Auntie Jen. Yay.
Oh, are we British now too?
Yes. Yeah.
All right. Well, here we go. Let's get back to business here. Yeah. I think we're good. I think we're fine. You know, it's that on location stuff in Dallas. Nobody likes Dallas. So you got people that are like snipping away, cutting the wires. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe. Mm-hmm. In any event, let's keep going with some of the questions here. Austin Rivera wants you to pick one for PPR. Josh Jacobs, James White, and back to Matt Breida again.
Ooh, I'm going to stick with Josh Jacobs here.
Agreed. Bell cow back for the Raiders.
Yeah, he's going to be there all the time.
Okay, how about this one here? Man, Austin's got a bunch of teams apparently. PPR, Christian Kirk, Michael Gallup, Mike Williams, or Tyler Lockett?
Tyler Lockett.
Really? Over Michael Gallup? Over your beloved Dallas Cowboys?
Over I know. Everyone thinks I'm such a homer.
Well, we appreciate you not being a homer. We do. The Buffet has a quarterback controversy here on his fantasy team. Aaron Rodgers or Kyler Murray?
Oh, don't really. Okay, Kyler, listen, guys. Kyler Murray might be awesome. He might be awesome. He might be horrible. We don't know what's going to happen. Aaron Rodgers, he's going to be awesome, you guys. So you got to go with Aaron Rodgers. Now, as the season goes along, you might stream Kyler Murray once we figure out what that offense is going to look like and how he's going to do. But I think sometimes we get too excited about these rookie names and we think so much about the upside and the possibility, and we ignore, sometimes players are boring and old, but they're going to win you a league. So I would do Rodgers.
I'll give you a fist bump on that.
All right.
Boom.
Here we go.
Very nice. All right, here we go. PPR flex spot. Will Fuller or Tevin Coleman? Ooh, this one's an interesting one. And I'll kind of set this up here, because Will Fuller, he gets those touchdown bombs from Deshaun Watson when
you're
he's
hitting
healthy.
my Texas again, yeah.
But Tevin Coleman, starting running back, at least I think he's going to end up the starting running back here for the 49ers going up against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Mm-hmm. I would go Tevin Coleman.
I agree.
But that's a good question.
I think, listen, all questions are good questions.
That's
as
true.
long as
all
they...
questions are good questions.
They're really not. They're really not.
There's no stupid questions. Everything's a good question. That's what my mom said.
Jen, could you tell me, please, who I should take with the second pick of my draft? PPR.
You should definitely take Michael Gallup.
Yeah, of course. Michael.
Especially if you're in my league.
Right. All right, let me see. Any more questions floating around here? Not yet, guys. Again, we're live. Facebook, YouTube, Periscope. Jen Piacenti, Howard Bender here, and let's talk more about what's going on here in the wonderful world of fantasy football, because this is some tough stuff here. Let me just pull up, because I actually went through a bunch of stuff here that I wanted to just kind of talk to you about here while we waited for some of the questions to come through. And let's start off here with the backfields to monitor. You did a couple of videos here over at Fantasy Alarm. If you guys check them out, the hot route videos from Jen Piacenti, fantastic stuff all around. Talk to me about this situation in Kansas City. I mean, this is really, can't give it to me. You got LaShawn McCoy now in town, crapping on the fantasy value of Damian Williams. And then what the hell do we do with Darwyn Thompson?
Darwyn Thompson. I know, it's so frustrating. I mean, because you look and you're like, okay, so Andy Reid goes out, gets LaShawn McCoy, guarantees him $3 million. Well, you're not going to do that unless you're going to use him in a significant way. So you have to take this seriously. But the guys, last year it was averaging like 3.2 yards per carry. Maybe he still has it. Maybe he doesn't. Obviously, they think he does. So I do think that what's going to happen is Damian Williams is going to be the main back. LaShawn McCoy is going to be number 2, but it's going to be a pretty close, maybe like 60-40. You know what I mean? That's my suspicion. I think everyone is panicking. If you have a deep bench, don't drop Darwyn Thompson yet. We're talking about a 32-year-old veteran and Damian, who is a known injury risk, who started camp with a hamstring. He's one injury away from playing, so he's so talented. He's so good. He can catch, he can run. I would hold on to Darwyn Thompson, but it is frustrating. I guess, except for the people who happen to take LaShawn McCoy in a, late round and they're, happy. They might get a bump. Everybody else.
Now, how does this affect Buffalo? Now, McCoy's out.
So,
you've got Singletary. You've got TJ Yeldon is still there now as a pass catcher. What do you like there?
Yeldon's going to get action in the first game, they announced. So he's going to see some action. I think Gore is going to start out there because he's the veteran and he has the experience, and they're going to work Singletary in more and more and more. I think they believe their future is with Singletary, and eventually he is going to be the lead back, but it will be a shared position right now between Gore and Singletary, with maybe, 20% of it going to Yeldon for the pass catching abilities. That's
okay. Very nice. Very, very nice. Frank Gore, this dude just keeps on rolling.
He keeps going. I mean, you got to give it up for him. He's pretty awesome. Good for him.
And it's so funny. I don't know if you've ever met Frank Gore in real life. I met him once.
No.
He's like this little dude with no neck, and he's kind of got a little froggy face. Yeah,
but I
but
understand
like the
he's
nicest
very
guy.
serious about like how he eats and how he sleeps, and like he befriended Kalen Ballage, and they still talk about how to be healthy. And I don't know, he seems like a cool guy. I'm happy for him that he's still playing. He has a good job.
No doubt. All right, some questions. We'll get back to more backfield questions here. I got Mark Shadle over on Facebook. Start sit question: Aaron Jones or Josh Jacobs?
This week, I would play Jacobs.
I like it. Yeah, again, it's the Bears defense. That front seven there is going to be a tough nut to crack.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Joey Carr wants to know who's going to be the go-to guy in Oakland now, and do we think that he should try and pick up or trade for him? I'm assuming that Joey's talking about the wide receiver situation.
The AB thing. Yeah. So it'll be Tyrell Williams, but it could also be Hunter Renfrow, right? I mean,
the outfielder for the Padres?
The outfielder for the Padres. You know what? Really, though, that's very confusing.
That joke never gets old. It never gets old.
Well, when I first heard about it, I was a little confused. When someone was talking about Hunter Renfrow one time, and I was like, what are you talking about? Like, that guy's no good. No, he's good.
Yeah, I think they're going to, listen, I like Hunter Renfrow. I think they'll end up trying to use him more as the possession guy that AB usually does, with Tyrell Williams still getting that stretch the field, nice deep pass.
Well, the thing is that Derek Carr does a lot of times throw the shorter pass, and I think that Hunter Renfrow would be better for that kind of action. And that's why I think he may see some. They may mix it up between Tyrell and Hunter Renfrow, but we'll see,
Definitely. Michael S. over on YouTube wants to know Tevin Coleman or Darius Geis. Given today's news, the Redskins came out and they said they're going to start Geis. He's going to be their main running back. Chris Thompson, we know, has that third down pass catching stuff. They're talking about making Adrian Peterson a healthy scratch, which would really put a lot of the ball into Darius Geis's hands. So him or Tevin Coleman?
I might take a flyer on Geis, because if that pays off, it could pay off really big.
Really?
I might. I know that sounds a little nuts, and it's not like it's it's the Redskins, so that sounds crazy, but I don't know. That seems like a risk I might take. It might be a good gamble. Kind of a lotto tip.
Listen, I honestly don't mind it. I mean, there's a lot that you have to sit here and wonder as far as the offense goes for San Francisco. Jimmy Grapes, he looked terrible during the preseason.
Right.
We're wondering how much.
Yeah. So that's why I would say, if he's going to have the job, it might be worth a gamble. And I think he's talented. I think people would like to see what guys can do. We haven't really seen that yet. So
no,
we have not. Find out.
Washington at Philly. Listen, I like the Geis call. I really do. What do we got? Another flex call here. Allen Robinson going tonight against the Packers or Devin Singletary. It's half-point PPR. You want to? Well, you just said you trust Gore more than you trust Singletary. It sounds like.
Well, right now I think he's going to get more. He's going to get more opportunity right now. So that I would go with Robinson in this case, just because of that. Because I think Singletary is going to get the job. I believe a bigger job. I just think from what reports are, Gore's listed first right now on the depth chart.
Oh, well, I mean, the depth chart, that's like the
not that means anything, but I think they're going to have the veteran lead. I think they're going to work him in gradually, and he'll get more and more.
All right, you ready? Pick two.
Okay.
You might need a pen and paper for this. Probably not.
Okay.
Tyrell Williams, Sammy Watkins, Kenyan Drake, Cooper Kupp, and Darius Geis.
I really like Cooper Kupp.
Agreed.
And
do it. I know you want to do it. I know you want to.
I might go Kenyan Drake.
No.
I might.
Really?
I might.
That Miami offensive line is
terrible.
It's trash.
I know, it's terrible. We're going to talk about that too. All the stupid things they did.
Oh,
but
really? Kenyan Drake over Geis over Tyrell Williams.
I'm not okay. I hope Tyrell Williams does really well and gets the AB job, but we still don't know what's going to go down there.
True.
We don't know. So until we know more, I'm not going to make that big call. And Darius Geis, I feel like that's, Kenyan Drake, Darius Geis, they're both
All right, well, give me your thoughts here on the Miami backfield. Give me your thoughts on the moves they made over the weekend, losing Laramie Tunsil, and just really I mean, are they just tanking the season?
I don't know. They have like the oldest quarterback in the history of the world. And, I mean, it's just like, yes, I think they totally are just like, you know what? Forget it. We're going to take our first round pick in 2019. We're going to take the first and second round pick in, 2020 and 2021. And maybe they're going to go get a quarterback. Maybe they're going to build a team. Now, we've kind of heard this from them before. So I'm sure fans are getting a little like, okay, another rebuilding, like, let's actually rebuild. But, it looks like what they did. They do have a pretty young team for the most part. They have, Kenyan Drake. They have a few talented people there. Maybe they can start to rebuild. This season is done. Like, they're not even pretending. I mean, right?
So then, why would you want to use Drake then? I guess that's really what I'm coming down with here is why are we gonna? Do we even want to try? I mean, Drake and Balaj. Maybe if Tunsil was on that line, it would be something to look at. But now I'm like, ooh.
Yeah, I'm with you. Like, you could be right. I'm talking about a lotto ticket, though. I'm talking about...
You work at the Scratchers.
Yeah, what if?
Okay. All right. Here we go. Let's see. Oh, Michael S. says, welcome to the family, Jen.
Hey.
Jason McCool says, full point PPR, flex spot here. Jarvis Landry, DJ Moore, Deshaun Jackson, or Tariq Cohen.
Ooh.
Well, I know which one my dog likes.
DJ Moore, Jarvis Landry, or Tariq Cohen?
Or Deshaun Jackson.
I like Deshaun Jackson, but I'm going to go DJ Moore.
DJ Moore, Carolina. Listen, I like it. Cam Newton. It's a good, solid match. I'm a big DJ Moore fan as well. All right, let me see. David Leimert wants to know, flex start here. Tariq Cohen, Peyton Barber, Kenyan Drake, Dante Pettis, Adam Humphries, or Tyrell Williams. This is PPR.
Oh, okay.
Right. See, I should have warned you that you need your pen and paper for this.
Do you need my pen and paper? Can you do that one more time? I think it might be Tyrell Williams, but can you run that for me one more time?
Tariq Cohen. Peyton Barber.
No.
Kenyan Drake. Dante Pettis. Adam Humphries. Or Tyrell Williams.
I'm going to go with Tyrell.
All right. Tyrell it is. I like it. Graham F. says, hi, PPR. How much do you trust Cam Newton versus the Rams? His backup is Lamar Jackson, obviously going up against Miami. Cam or Lamar? Cam or Lamar?
You know what? It's not so much that I don't trust Cam, but that matchup for Lamar seems pretty money for me, right? I think that's money. So I might go with Lamar in this instance.
I actually like the Lamar Jackson call. Greg Roman, the new offensive coordinator. We saw what he did with Colin Kaepernick in San Francisco. We saw what he did with Tyrod Taylor in Buffalo. So I like the Lamar Jackson call, and this is a really nice spot for the Ravens. They've got, Miami this week, Arizona next week, two super soft defenses here. I dig that. A lot. All right, let's see. Oh, well, Darius Geis or Josh Jacobs from our friend Chad again here, but I mean, I'm
gonna have to go with Josh
Jacobs.
there.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. How about this one here over on Periscope? At Rising Seas wants to know. I like this. Aaron Rodgers, Jameis Winston, or Carson Wentz. Three great options. Options. I know.
I don't know.
Would you like to defer to me?
Yes, please. I mean, I'm kind of leaning Carson Wentz for some strange reason, but go ahead. What do you think?
Yeah, you know what? I like Wentz against Washington. I do think it is a good one here, but I mean, I think if you're looking for that home run upside that could pass for 300 yards, could get crazy. I mean, this matchup with Winston against the San Francisco 49ers, their secondary is disgusting. Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, O.J. Howard. I'm kind of leaning towards Jameis here, who I'm actually thinking about. I'm going to end up adding him to the watch list over at Fantasy Alarm for DFS purposes tonight. Yeah. Okay. So let's see.
We like Jameis Winston and Lamar Jackson this week, you guys.
Right. What is this world coming to? What is this world coming to?
Ask us again next week.
I dare you. I dare you. All right. Joey Carr wants to know Cortland Sutton or Calvin Ridley.
Ooh.
I know who I like.
You like Calvin Ridley.
Of course I do. How did you know?
I know everything, Howard.
Yeah, I'm going Calvin there. I mean, listen, I definitely think I like Cortland Sutton a lot.
I like Cortland Sutton too.
But
I like that he and Emmanuel Sanders are going to be battling out. I think that's going to make them both better. You know, like I think it's cool that Calvin Ridley's the way to go.
I do like Ridley a ton. Marlon Mack, Austin Eckler, or, well, it says D. Johnson. So Arnold Verona, I'm going to ask you to be a little bit more specific here. Is that Duke or David Johnson?
Yeah.
Right? Who is it?
Right.
So I'll just move over to Dave Stallman's question here. Needs what? 2 flex and a wide receiver. Oh, this here you go. Well, it's just pick 3 out of these 4. You ready?
Okay.
Robbie Anderson, Alshon Jeffrey, Marlon Mack, Josh Jacobs.
Jeffrey, Mack, Jacobs.
Done. Boom. I like it. Stephen Feely wants to know how concerned we are about Stephon Diggs. He returned to practice today. I'm okay with it.
I mean, it happens. You get sore hamstrings, you know.
Yeah, we all get sore hamstrings sometimes.
Yeah, it happens.
Now, if Diggs doesn't play, which I think he will Fuller or DK Metcalf?
Ooh. Will Fuller.
Yeah, agreed. All right, well, we're waiting for Arnold to give us a call here on the D. Johnson. So in the meantime, let's move on over here. Oh, look at that. All the questions are answered. We're so good. We're so good.
Now we can talk about whatever we want.
We can, and I'm going to ask you. So here we go. Teams that I'm watching the closest, and I'm curious as to your thoughts about each one of them. So, I mean, let's start off here with that Arizona offense. What's your confidence level in them?
Not high. That's how I feel. I mean, we don't know. We have no idea what we're going to see. We don't have any NFL tape. You know, we have what he did at Houston, what he did at Texas Tech, all of that. And he is known to be a quarterback whisperer. I get that. And he obviously is bonded with Kyler Murray. And it could be really interesting. But some of that preseason stuff was just a mess. Nobody knew what they were doing. I don't know. It's college ball. You know, they're going to spread out. It's going to be. I think it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting.
You're so polite.
It's going to be interesting.
It's going to be trash. It's going to be a pile of dog crap. It's going to be
a dumpster fire, you guys. It's going to be a total dumpster fire. But, still, get Kyler as a backup just in case.
Sure. Why not? Maybe there's like a little upside here. All right, Cleveland, the new look Browns. You got Nick Chubb in the backfield. I love him. You got Odell.
Because we can't make jokes about the Browns anymore. We can't be like the Browns. They're going to be like the Browns. And you know what? It's such a cool story. I mean, even Baker Mayfield, he's the walk-on that ends up winning the Heisman. It's such a rags to riches story. The whole team, everything about it. And I think it's very charming and very cool. And it's a great team. You got Njoku, you got OBJ, you got Jarvis Landry, you got Baker Mayfield. It's just exciting. It's exciting for the Browns.
I agree.
And Kareem Hunt,
don't say Kareem Hunt. No, come on.
Deep.
Kareem Hunt, really?
Well, never know.
I have too many shares of Nick Chubb to want to see Kareem Hunt come back in week 10. No, thank you. Dave Demert wants to know, am I saying Winston even over Jared Goff? You know what? I'll say this. Considering the fact that Sean McVay said that there are no limitations on Todd Gurley going into week 1 here, I'm actually saying Jameis Winston over Jared Goff. I love Goff. I really do. I like the weaponry he's got. But in all honesty, I just think that this matchup here for Tampa Bay going up against San Francisco is just, their corners are terrible. Their cover corners are terrible. Their slot corner is terrible. Their linebackers, I mean, outside of Quan Alexander, who's like a million years old. No. So I'll take Winston here for the upside. What about Diggs or Alshon Jeffrey? Oh, what is it? Do you start Diggs over Alshon, Samuel, or Anderson? I guess there you go. Robbie Anderson, Curtis Samuel, Alshon Jeffrey, or Stephon Diggs?
Stephon Diggs.
Agreed. I'm in on it here. Chris Powers, what's up, dude? All is well. Why? Hang out with Jen Piacenti here. Is there anything better?
Right.
Is there anything better? Well, you could not be in Dallas right now. So, yeah.
That's true. That's kind of ruining it for everyone. Everyone.
We're gonna have to get you. We're gonna have to bring you on the Sirius XM show so that you and Bowden can have like your little Dallas love fest over there.
We totally should. I found out that Glenn's a Dallas Cowboy fan too last night.
Oh, you didn't? You didn't know that coming in?
I didn't know that.
Oh, the dude's
figured it out pretty fast.
Horrible homer, isn't he? Horrible. Horrible. And when him and Bowden are doing the show together, it's seriously like it's get a barf bag and just.
Oh wow. Yeah.
All right, here we go. More questions. Kirk Cousins or Jameis Winston?
This week, Jameis Winston. How many times do we have to say this?
I don't know. I have the same. Oh, Joey Carr says he's got the Saints defense. Do you think it's worth to drop them to pick up either the Seahawks, because now they have Jadeveon Clowney, or the Jets rest of season? Seahawks, Jets, Saints D.
I don't think so. What do you think? I mean, I like that they got Jadeveon Clowney, but I don't think it makes them so much better. I don't know. What do you think?
No, and their secondary is really not that strong. It's really not good. So I'd probably stick with the Saints.
I feel like I'd stick with the Saints. Yeah.
Yeah. Justin McKelney. Sorry, Justin. Russell Wilson or Mitch Trubisky?
I still like Russell Wilson. I do like the upside of Mitch Trubisky, but he's just, I know Russell Wilson's a boring pick now, but he's good. That's who I would go with. What do you think?
I love Russell Wilson. I really do. I think that he's incredibly consistent. Is really what it comes down to.
Yeah, he is. And I think that's like, I know his ADP's been falling, and I just don't even understand why. It's like, I think people just want a flashier player or something, but he's great.
And I like Trubisky. I really do. I took him in the listener league last night for Fantasy Alarm.
But I'm a fan. Consistent.
Right, he's not consistent. I think
not like Russell Wilson.
Right, I think tonight it's like 250 and maybe a touchdown or two. Like for Trubisky and Russell Wilson, I think because of his legs and everything he's got. I mean, listen, I understand he's got Lockett, he's got Jerron Brown. I mean, the weaponry isn't phenomenal, but with Chris Carson catching passes out of the backfield, I dig it. I definitely dig it. No doubt about it. Justin forgives me for mispronouncing his name the first time. Thank you, Justin. I appreciate that very much. I love this, man. I used to let Brandon do the question hunting all last season. Now I'm like, yeah, here we go. Give it to me. Dave Demert says that I rock. He says, welcome, Jennifer.
True. How Jason rock?
Jason McCool wants to know, Darwyn Thompson is available to add in his league, but he would have to drop either Nyheim Hines or Royce Freeman. Would you make that leap?
No.
I wouldn't. No.
Sorry.
No. I mean, I think Thompson's got some upside, but with how crowded that backfield is right now, that backfield's a mess. That's a hot mess.
It is a hot mess.
I'm not gonna say dumpster fire, but I love dumpster fire. It's my.
I love dumpster fire too.
It's so my favorite. It really.
I definitely made a video a few weeks ago talking about dumpster fires. I did. I was like, that is a dumpster fire.
Right. We're gonna have
really
to be
fun to
busting out these live streams during baseball season there, right?
Oh my gosh. You think okay, I'm calm about the Cowboys, but I'm not calm about the Astros. So I have to warn you if we do that.
Excuse me.
Come on, Justin Verlander, Garrett Cole. All right, I won't.
All right, punishment over.
Save it.
Punishment over. Let's see. Oh, part 2 of the question from Justin. He wants to know Wilson or Baker Mayfield. Oh, you got to go Baker. How do you not go Baker Mayfield right now? The Browns.
With the Browns? They're no longer the Browns. They're the Browns.
So weird, right? So crazy. Yeah. So insane. Oh, my goodness. All right. So questions all answered there, which allows us to go back. So more teams that I'm watching for, especially this week, and I'm curious. Well, listen, yeah, I'm not going to ask you about the return of Zeke. I think we already know what's going on. But I'll ask you this, though. As far as Dallas goes, what's your level of concern with Amari Cooper's foot? Like, it was a heel, then it was the plantar fasciitis, and then everybody started freaking out about the plantar fasciitis, being like, oh, that's a lingering thing, that's going to be a huge problem. Yeah. And now all of a sudden the Cowboys are like, oh, no, it's a heel.
He's good. Yeah, and they're like, he's good. And he had the practice report today said he was great. He and Zeke were both great. So I have to say it's not super high, my concern level. And he's worked through injuries before. Certainly the plantar fasciitis he has a couple different years. And a year that he went to the Pro Bowl, he did it. So I'm not so concerned. Also, he wants a new contract. So I think he's going to play if he can. Obviously, if he's injured, he shouldn't play. But I'm not as concerned.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. I mean,
it does make Michael Gallup's value go up a little bit in my mind, but
I like that. Unagi.
Unagi.
I did that to my wife the other night. She literally had to walk out of the room because she wet her pants. She did. She wet her pants. Sorry, honey. I can't believe I just said that on the air. All right, here we go. Let's see. Chris Powers asks Darius Geis or Josh Jacobs. We actually covered that earlier in the show. We're on the Jacobs trail here. Mm-hmm. Allen Robinson. Bill Holmes wants to know Allen Robinson, Dante Pettis, or your Michael Gallup.
Allen Robinson. I'm going to go Allen Robinson.
I'm going to agree.
You agree?
Yeah, 100%.
I think a lot of people feel like he, last year he was coming back from that ACL and he kind of underperformed. But I think that had a lot to do with him coming back from that. I think he's going to be good this year. I think Trubisky's going to be better. I think he could come back to form.
Yeah, I agree. I'm a big fan. Was it Kevin King is the cornerback for the Packers who he's going to see tonight? It's actually a good matchup for Robinson.
Yeah.
I definitely dig that. Mark Shadle wants to know if we think Lamar Jackson is a good DFS play this week. I think we both agree that he's a good DFS play.
Go for it. I'm going to do it.
I'm going to do it too. And I'll tell you what, people, if you're playing in a suicide pool, I'm all in on the Ravens against the Dolphins. All in for the Ravens. Yeah. All right. Who else are we looking at here? Oh, give me your thoughts on the Colts without Andrew Luck. Life without Luck. Are you in on Hilton, Mack, Ebron, these guys?
I'm still in on them. Maybe not quite as high as before, but they've committed to Brissett. I know Brissett isn't Andrew Luck, but he's still a good player, and they committed. They gave him a contract. The team seems to be behind him. I think they're going to be just fine. They're going to be at least a 500 team. I think we may have gotten too panicked about T.Y. Hilton. I think he's still going to be really good. I still like these guys. Agreed
for sure. Let's see. Here we go. Oh, Graham missed this earlier. He asked Fuller or Coleman. We went Coleman, Graham. We like Tevin Coleman here instead of Will Fuller, especially the fact that it's a PPR league as well. Guys, again, broadcasting live here, Facebook, Twitter / Periscope, YouTube. You can ask any questions you want. Jen and I will be more than happy to get them. In the meantime here, all right. Players on the hot seat here for me.
Okay.
You ready? This is kind of put up or shut up. Put up or shut up is what I'm going to start calling this one here. And let's start off with tonight's game. Aaron Rodgers. He's either got to put up or he's got to shut up. He wants to call the plays. Matt LaFleur says, "You're not calling the plays, dude. I'm the coach." Aaron Rodgers, yay or nay tonight?
I'm going to go with yay. I think he's going to be okay. I think, Aaron Rodgers has a tendency, he's kind of easy to sack because he's always, wanting to make the big play. Mm-hmm. And the LaFleur offense is going to be, he's going to have more pre-snap motion. He's going to have him getting rid of the ball sooner. And this could end up being a good thing if Aaron Rodgers can chill out a little bit. And I get it. He wants to read the defense. That's one of his skills. He is really good at it. He is constantly making these incredible plays. But I think if these two can get on the same page, it's going to be amazing. And I think ultimately Aaron Rodgers wants to win games. He's going to be good tonight. Besides, he's a bear killer. He just is. For some reason, he loves the spotlight anytime he's there, and he just makes it happen somehow.
In the game previews, Ryan Hallam said 24-20 Packers. I actually agreed with him on that one there. I think
so too. I know most people are choosing the Bears, and I get why. And I'm excited for the Bears, and I hope they do well. But I still think in the end, it's going to be a 3-point difference for the Packers.
Well, there you go. I mean, you look at the line right there, and Chicago -3. Home teams get 3 points as is anyway. So they're basically, Vegas is saying that this is kind of a pick 'em here as far as the way the game goes. And I think that it's going to be, I already predicted it. I said it on the show today on Sirius XM. I was like, Aaron Rodgers is going to lead him back. Game-ending touchdown. It's going to go to my boy Geronimo Allison. I'm going to be super psyched about him. I'm going to be doing a little happy dance. Going to be boogieing. Bowden's going to owe me some money and some Swedish fish. Love that even more. Lamar Jackson or Baker Mayfield?
Ooh.
Bill Holmes wants to know.
I don't know. That's a good question. I'm going to go Baker Mayfield.
That's what I'm talking about. That's why you're on this live stream with me. Because you're making the right calls.
Yes. What is it? Unagi.
Dean Tanner says, who should I flex tonight? PPR, 1 point PPR. Sammy Watkins, Marquez Valdez-Scantling, or Tevin Coleman?
Tevin Coleman.
I like it, dude. The Bucs defense sucks. I don't know why. Yeah. That's the thing. I don't get it. Listen, they got rid of Gerald McCoy from the middle of that defensive line, and they got Ndamukong Suh, but I mean, the pre-snap motion, the trickery, everything that you've got from a Kyle Shanahan offense, the outside zone runs is really where it's going to be at. I just don't think Suh has the speed in order to really kind of contain that, and I don't love the linebacking core for Tampa at all. So I like Tevin Coleman here. All right. Joey Carr says, do you think we should be more worried about Aaron Rodgers' back stiffness, leg fracture? I'm not. Listen, I think he's a full dose this year.
He's worried about it.
Right? He's like, I'm not in the old age home right now.
No.
So. How many PPR points is my man David Montgomery scoring on the Packers? Oh, this is Erica Shar. She's in the fantasy.
Oh, she's in our league.
Oh, she's in your. That's right. She's in the Man Smart Woman Smarter league.
That's right. I think these are some pretty amazing women. I think they're going to give me a run for my money. I'm a little scared.
Yeah, I think it's that. Yeah. I love it. I absolutely love this this league. Did you see Twitter, by the way? Did you see Jamie with the cupcakes that she made?
Yes. Jamie, I'm going to send you my address so you can put those in a box for me. Love a cupcake.
You know what? I'm going to send you the Cupcakes Are Yummy song, and you'll understand even further where we went with that. Last year, I was all into it. Oh, the Cupcakes Are Yummy song is without question the best thing on YouTube.
Okay.
The fact that somebody actually made a video to this Cupcakes Are Yummy song, and it's like the video is like all this Mario World, Super Mario World.
Uh-huh.
But it's like the dude, and it's his face, and he's like, Cupcakes are yummy. Like, like a video game mode.
Oh, my.
Right? Listen, you know what? YouTube sensations, I love them. I love them.
You are their audience.
It's unbelievable. I love getting lost in that YouTube rabbit hole sometimes. I really do.
One time I went down the YouTube rabbit hole so far, I learned how to curl my hair with an athletic sock. No, not kidding. That's what there's things like that on YouTube.
Can we get a demonstration on the next live stream?
Possibly. I don't know. Maybe if I lose a bet. We should make a bet.
Let's
if I lose the bet, I'll teach everyone how to curl their hair with an athletic. I'm sure you're all wondering. You're all on the edge of your seat.
They are. They definitely are. All right, let's see. Where are we going? Dave Stallman needs 2 half-point PPR. Oh, look at that. David Montgomery, Chris Carson, Joe Mixon, and Tevin Coleman.
You need 2.
I mean, Carson has to be a must here.
Carson's a must. So really it's between Mixon, Coleman, and who's the other one?
Dave Montgomery tonight for the Bears.
Montgomery tonight for the Bears.
Dun 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 dun.
I'm gonna try Montgomery. I'm gonna go out there.
And that's exactly who I would go
because
with as well.
I think they want to show off their shiny new toy tonight, and he's gonna be.
Yeah, he's the guy that Matt Nagy wants. Like, I mean, that was the whole thing. That to me was like.
Brady wants him. Yeah. And I think it's cool, and I hope it works out for everyone.
I agree. Oh, look at this. Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, or Phillip Rivers? Al Williams wants to know. Hello, Al.
Hey, Al.
What do you think? Phillip Rivers.
What do you think?
We got Rivers against the Colts. You got Rodgers tonight, or you got handsome TB12 Tom Brady against Pittsburgh.
Ugh. I don't really like Tom Brady against Pittsburgh either. Well, I don't know. I think I might stick with Aaron Rodgers.
Go with Aaron Rodgers tonight. Yeah. Listen, I think I mean, to me it's either going to be Rodgers or Rivers. And, you know, listen, I think that the Chargers defense has gotten beaten up enough that they are going to play from behind a bunch. I don't necessarily know if that's this week against the Colts, only because, you know, we're still trying to figure some stuff out here with Jacoby Brissett. I like Rodgers here as well. I don't mind Brady, but I would go Aaron Rodgers here. That would be my call. We got him over at the Fantasy Alarm weekly rankings right here. And Rodgers and Brady are neck and neck in this group. Yeah, they are. So
we have at Fantasy Alarm. I need to go look at more of them.
Oh,
I'm going to do that right after this.
There you go. All right, what do I got here? I got Montgomery, Mitchell, or Williams. Mitchell. Are we talking about Mitchell, the backup dude on Cleveland? I don't know. Ben Frost says Montgomery, Mitchell, or Williams. I'm leaning.
Tyrell Williams?
He's talking Damian Williams from KC.
Damian Williams, of course. Okay, I would go Montgomery.
Yeah, I would go Montgomery here as well. No doubt about it.
Yeah.
I'm falling behind on the questions. I'm falling behind on the YouTubes here. So you ready for this one? Let's rapid fire.
Yeah. All right, let's do it.
All right. Jason McCool says he knows that these are terrible options, but he followed some advice and he's waited on a quarterback. Now he's got either Derek Carr or Joe Flacco.
Oh, they're not that bad. I would stick with Derek Carr. Why not?
I'll give him a look. Even without AB, I'd still give him a look.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Half point PPR. Need one. Aaron Jones, DJ Moore, James White, or Austin Eckler?
Aaron Jones.
Aaron Jones. There you go. Vanuch. Sandra Smith says she just logged on. Aaron Jones or Austin Eckler? Well, we just went with Aaron Jones over Eckler in the question before, so we'll do that again here. Let's see. Ooh, Jacob Henneke says, did not know Bender did live show. I do. I do. You ready for this one? Live stream.
A lot.
Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern. Write this down, Jacob. Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern. Me and Jen. Right here.
Right. Every Thursday.
And we're here also every Sunday at 11 a.m. Eastern. We do an hour game day on Sunday, and we answer those questions. And then every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern, the Wager Alarm live stream with me and Craig Mish, and then me again with Craig Mish on Friday night. So you can find me live Tuesday night at 8 p.m., Thursday night at 7 p.m., Friday night at 9 p.m., right? We love how we keep the hours, don't we? Sunday at 11 a.m. So there it is. Sonny Michel or Tevin Coleman, who do you like? PPR.
Ooh. Sonny Michel.
I like that call. I do. I do indeed. PPR flex spot, Derrick Henry, Corey Davis, Will Fuller, or Dante Moncrief. I'm going to take Corey Davis off the table right now. Why? Because he sucks. Well, he doesn't really suck, but it's Marcus Mariota who sucks. So I'm taking Corey Davis off the table. Derrick Henry, Will Fuller, or Dante Moncrief.
Derrick Henry.
Love that. Love that. I think he's going to be a beast. Would you start Allen Robinson tonight or Dede Westbrook on Sunday? PPR.
I kind of like Dede Westbrook right now. I'm in a Dede Westbrook mood. Yeah.
You're feeling the
I am.
Westbrook.
I'm feeling it. I know. I am. Probably more than I should. I reached a little for him in a draft even, but I feel like he's going to be the number one wide receiver there, and I want to see him do it.
I actually don't mind Dede Westbrook at all, and I love the fact that Nick Foles is the quarterback over there now. I really do.
Apparently, they're connecting very well. They seem to have really good, rapport. So I think it's going to be fun.
I like it. All right, flex spot here. What do we got? Rashad Penny, Devin Singletary, Larry Fitzgerald, or Damian Willis, the guy who's filling in for AJ Green on the Bengals now.
I think I would go with Singletary.
I like that. I like that. Yeah, I can't trust. I don't know. I don't know what to expect. I really kind of feel bad for Larry Fitzgerald, right? You got this Hall of Fame career, and now you're wrapping up your final season with this offense?
Who knows? We don't know.
Larry's like, what did I sign for?
Yeah.
Why?
He's like, think about the money. Put my kids through college.
Lou Filrino wants to know David Montgomery or Damian Williams for his flex spot.
Again, I would go with David Montgomery because I think if they're both splitting time, I mean, Montgomery's going to get more time, I think, even than Williams. And you got to go for who has the most opportunity right now. And also Montgomery might be a little bit more sturdy. So I would lean that way.
I like it. I like it for sure. Let's see. Tyler Lockett or Tyler Boyd? Can't start both. And so at Mickey Grant 78 says he's favoring Tyler Lockett. What do you think?
I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think that's your call.
I like it. Listen,
Tyler Lockett. I like them both. So, do you like Tyler Lockett?
Well, one of the things for me, at least on this, is that we saw what Tyler Boyd looked like when AJ Green was out last year, and he struggled with the extra coverage. He definitely did. He had some okay games, some okay moments, but overall, I think defenses are going to focus pretty heavily on him, and I think that it's going to be a problem. I just think the Bengals are just going to be so bad anyway.
Yeah.
That I'm going to try and avoid it. I'm definitely going to avoid it if I can.
That makes sense to me.
Yeah. Thomas Dahlman, thoughts on David Montgomery tonight as your RB2? I love it.
Go for it.
I love it. I'm all in. I'm pushing my chips all in on David Montgomery this year. I do. I think that, again, I'll say this till I'm blue in the face. The dude can catch passes out of the backfield. He can run it between the tackles. It's exactly what Matt Nagy wants. The reason that he went with Jordan Howard last year, trying to get Jordan Howard to catch passes, was because he wants somebody who's going to be able to do all of that pre-snap motion. When you look at Tariq Cohen and he's on the field for the Bears, he's either going to pass block or he's going to catch a pass out of the flat. That's what it is. And that's the end of it. With David Montgomery, he's going to either do that or he's going to take it between the tackles. You have no idea. You have no clue. And I think that's what Nagy likes the most about him. That's my call.
Love it.
That is my call. All right. Well, look at that. Here we are. We're it's 8 o'clock at night on the East Coast, 5 o'clock here on the West Coast, where I am, where you are, Jen.
Yeah.
And it's time for me to go make myself a big old plate of nachos and watch some Green Bay Packers against the Chicago Bears. Final
Game
thoughts?
Time. Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait to talk about what happened. What's going to happen.
Are you rooting for the Bears or the Packers?
I mean, I think the Packers are going to win, but I'm kind of rooting for the Bears.
Okay. All right.
You know what I mean?
No, I don't want you to. I'm rooting for the Packers.
Are you? You're a cheesehead.
No, I'm rooting for David Montgomery, and I'm rooting for Geronimo Allison. Those are the two players who I'm rooting for the most right now.
Isn't it funny how our fantasy people become like our team? Like, you really do root for them.
Well, what am I going to do? Root for the Jets?
They're your people.
Am I going to really root for the Jets? Do I really have to do that?
No. You really don't have to do that.
No, I know I don't, and I appreciate that. All right. So, folks, that's going to wrap it up here for us today. Give Jen Piacenti a follow on Twitter. You can see the handle right there underneath her at Jen Piacenti. You can give me a follow at RotoBuzzGuy as well. You can also at Fantasy Alarm. If you have more questions that you need answered right now, right this second, go to fantasyalarm.com. Jump into the NFL seasonal chat. Lots of people on hand from the Fantasy Alarm family ready to help you and answer your questions. Big thanks to our producer, Matt Sells, for stepping up for us here. For Jen Piacenti, I'm Howard Bender. Best of luck to you. Enjoy NFL Week 1. We'll catch you Sunday game day, 11 a.m. Eastern. That's next time.